What is going on, warriors and farmers of Tamaris? I am back again with another Call of Dragons video. In today's episode, I'm going to show you the ultimate guide for long-range warfare in the game. This fighting ability for archers is going to change the way you fight your enemies in the open field. Today, going to show you pretty much everything that you need to know. Make sure that you subscribe for more content, turn on that bell notification and never miss out. Like the video, and without wasting any more time, let's get this party started. Alright, Warriors of Tamaris, this is Season 2 T1. The game developers have added the seasonal talents, and in the seasonal talents we have the long range warfare. It says your marksman units have an attack range equal to your magic units while in the field, but they also have 15% less base physical attack. Now when you look at these numbers, you're gonna get scared that it's going to take away your base physical attack by 15%. It turns out that is not the case. It just removes minus 15% attack. It doesn't go after your base attack. So let's go to the archer training camp and see what the base attack looks like. So this is the archer training camp. Your base physical attack is 452. It also affects these numbers in the green here. Now if you reduce it by 15%, it's going to affect the performance of your archers in the open field. The long range warfare doesn't go after this base attack. I think they gave it a wrong description. Maybe they might change it in the future, but right now it does not go after your base attack. So just look at it as follows. When you equip long range warfare, it's gonna look like the base attack of your city, the attack of your city for your archers will go down by 15%, and that is not a big deal. Now you can make up for these negative numbers in so many ways in the game. Let us see two of the ways you can mitigate the problems of the long-range warfare. Now, one of them is to make sure that every single time you fight with the Archer City theme, now it's gonna give you marksman unit attack of plus 5%. Now it has reduced your long-range warfare of minus 15% by minus 10%. The next thing you wanna do is to go to the Behemoth layer and also look for a 10% attack rune. At the moment, it looks like you might be able to get 7% attack runes most of the time. Attack mana stones, so make sure you go for a mana stone like this one right here. Legion attack plus 7%. Add that with your city theme, so this is like 12% Legion attack. Now it has almost mitigated the negative effect of the long range warfare. So this is how you can improve your fighting style for your archers if you pick the long range warfare. The next thing we're going to discuss is when should you pick the long range warfare? What should be the criteria for picking the long range warfare? Now I think it's pretty much straightforward. If you are going to be using 2 archers at any given time, you should definitely make sure you have the long range warfare. If you don't have the long range warfare, your archers are going to be the new tank in the open field. You are going to get destroyed instantly. You're going to suffer a lot of hospital bills. You won't be able to get like good results in the open field. So if you have like 2 archer marches, make sure you have long range warfare. In my case right now, I have 2 powerful archer marches and I have 3 powerful mage marches. Now if you take a look, I have the long range warfare because I really want to use my archers on the field. Now I'm going to show you gameplay of these 5 marches in the open field. You're going to see how they perform. You're gonna see how much merits I get with this fighting style. So the rule is simple. If you have 2 archers in the open field, you have 2 powerful archer marches, make sure you go with the long range warfare. It's gonna help you out significantly. Otherwise, if you don't take it, you're gonna become the tank for your alliance. You're gonna get killed fast and you're not gonna get some good results. So that's what's gonna happen to you. There is a downside to using long-range warfare in Call of Dragons, and it's gonna show up when you use your artifacts. Now, most of these artifacts have been designed with a range of medium, especially for the archer artifact. You have the awesome artifact like the Shadow Blades that does not work with the long-range warfare. Now, there are 2 artifacts here that have been proven to work with long-range warfare. One of them is the Viola's Bow. It has a long range. The other one that you can use is the Heart of the Kamasi. This is gonna surround your legions and give you some kind of buff for all of them. I'm not sure if the Rattle Spear can reach the range of the long range warfare. It has a long range, but I'm not sure if it's gonna reach that length. So for right now, just consider the Viola's bow and the heart of the Tamaris the best ones to use with your long range warfare. Now when you look at the artifacts in this game, the artifacts have a rage cost, and the rage costs are designed based on the attacking distance of the legions. So when you look at infantry, their rage cost is 400. That is because they fight in melee combat. When you look at cavalry, their rage cost is 600. That is because they fight in both melee and near range. The elk riders have attack range of near, so that is why cavalry have a 600 rage cost. And then when you look at archers, they attack in a medium range, right? So their rage cost is 1200. And when you look at the mages, they attack at a very far range. Their rage cost is 1600. So as of right now with the long range warfare, the archers have an advantage. They have the range of the mages and they have the rage cost of the medium archers. So that's going to be significant for you in the open field. Now, how can you take advantage of this feature? You know, when you fight your enemies, sometimes they move back and pull you in close to them. So when they pull your legions, that is when you activate your archer artifacts that do not work with long range warfare, and then make a U-turn and walk away. That is the best way to use archer artifact right now. Wait until the person you're attacking backs up a little bit, pulls you in, you use that artifact, and then you get out. Alright, Warriors of Tamaris, it is time to show you the long range warfare in the open field. I'm gonna bring out my 5 ranged legions for destroying enemies in the game. So right now the enemy is trying to destroy our flag. We have some numbers on the field, so we're gonna have a good fight. From the looks of it, I don't need infantry for this type of fighting. So we're gonna see how this plays out. And the good thing is our enemies don't have a lot of infantry as well. So this should be a lot of fun. The long range warfare is gonna make it so that your archers survive for a very long time. That is the big point. So let's see how this is going to play out. Who do you think is going to bring the most merits today? Now my best guess would be Cindrion and Lilia and Thea. So let's see what's gonna happen. By the way, this is Season 2 T1 Rage of Dragons. We have TA fighting KM right now. We have managed to lock them in their starting region. That is because we have more power than them. But right now they are putting up a good fight. So this is good for us. So I'm trying to survive as long as possible. I want to see how much merits I'm going to get from this long range warfare with my archers. Now from the looks of it, my archers are just hiding among the mages with everybody else. You can't really see them, you can't really pick them out, which is a good thing. Without the long range warfare, you're probably gonna be the new tank. You won't last for a very long time. Your marchers are just gonna get killed. So far so good. All of my marchers have about the same HP. I haven't been targeted yet. Just hiding among the crowd, trying to get the best value. All my artifacts are on auto hit, auto cast. Too lazy to click on those artifacts, but I'm gonna change it soon. When we are having like a massive fight that I really want to perform well, I'm gonna change the auto cast feature. I'll have to do it manual so that I hit the proper targets. Usually by this time, most of my archers are already at 50% HP, but as you can see here on the right hand side, everybody has the same amount of HP almost. So this is a good thing. Now I can predict Lilia and Thea are going to last the longest, I believe, because of that defense given by Thea. And Kinara and Hosk might also last long because of the troop capacity. Bertrand and Cindrion will most likely be the first one to hit the yellow spot. So let's see how that's going to look.
Get back to wherever you crawled out from.
You gotta love the long range warfare, man. It's gonna change the way you play. I am really enjoying it. At first, I thought it would go after the base attack, but it turns out it only takes out 15% attack, which is not a big deal. You can make up for that like I just showed you. You can put on your Archer City theme and you can get a 10% attack mana stone if you can find one. That should be awesome. It's also a good idea to pick some attack talents from your talent tree. So that's something to consider as well. So far so good. Trying to destroy the enemy who is building, trying to break out of their pass 1. Trying to break out of their starting region, I mean. Season T1, Rage of the Dragons, long range warfare. The best thing to ever happen to archers in the game. The developers are trying to change the meta. The meta is probably gonna be the archers pretty soon. If they manage to bring AoE archers in season 3, this is gonna be something else. I also have a setup where I'm gonna be using between 3 and 4 archers. Right now I have about 1.3 million archers. The goal is to train 1.5. Hopefully in the next season they bring the archer heroes like they did in season 2. They started out with Syndrion and Freyga. I hope they keep the same format. You know, they could change their mind and bring maybe infantry instead before everybody else, or they could bring cavalry. But I hope they start with the archers. That's gonna be awesome. Here comes Coca-Cola, one of the strongest players from the KM. He's got his Goresh and Skogul doing a lot of AoE counter attacks, so I gotta back up a little bit. Skogul is gonna hit you with a double counter attack. You don't even need to touch her. If you are close to her, you are taking the double counter attack. Not fun. Gotta keep this going. As I predicted before, I said Lilia Thea and Kinara Hosk are gonna remain in the white range. They're gonna be healthy. Syndrion and Bertrand are now in the yellow spot. Their defense is not that great. So let's keep this going. Looking at the bottom, the unstoppable notification, Kinara has a 24,000 merits. By the way, my Kinara is only 5 stars and my Husk is also 5 stars. My Rattlespear on Kinara is level 2 and only 5 stars. I haven't made it 6 stars yet. My Shadow Blade is level 5 with 6 stars. My Mirage Orb is level 3 with 6 stars and my Infernal Flame is level 1 with 6 stars. I have tried to get many copies for Infernal Flame. I just keep on failing, so I gave up. And then we have the Phoenix Eye that is level 5 and 6 stars as well. So this is looking good right now. We're gonna keep this going.
Remember this pain.
Feel the power of ice.
We still have a lot of enemies on the field and my archers are not yet dead. If I did not have the long-range warfare, I believe Syndrion and Kinara would have been back in the city by now. So as you guys can see, the long-range warfare is a game changer. It is something that you definitely need, especially if you are going to use 2 archers. So this is great. Oh, I got some cavalry and infantry incoming. I gotta back up a little bit. Avoid taking the AoE, keep on hiding among everybody else and just pick out people one by one. All my artifacts are ready. This infantry for the Coca-Cola is gonna take so much artifact skill damage right now. They are fully charged. I hit all of them. Let's see how long it's gonna last. And I think he just got defeated. I got 5 people marking me. I need to back up a little bit and then go back in. So Lilia already has 36,000 merits. That's some good stuff.
I hope I'm handsomely rewarded.
May the frost consume you. Move on my command.
The only downside with the long-range warfare is that your archer artifact cannot hit some of the enemies. So what you should do is, you know, sometimes the enemies are gonna back up a little bit. When they pull your marches, that is the right time for you to use your archer artifacts. You hit the artifacts while you're making a U-turn to run away. Because when they pull you in, you're gonna target those other legions who are nearby. Those are the ones that you hit with your archer artifacts that don't work with long-range warfare. Now the best ones are probably gonna be the gold crest and the shadow blades. You don't want to be using your rattle spear with this type of fighting, especially if they pull you in. You don't want to trigger your rattle spear because it's gonna keep you locked in that position and you're gonna get crushed. So this type of fighting is better with, you know, the shadow blades and the gold crest. You wait for the enemy to pull you in, you hit somebody else, and then you run away. Berlin Walter, 27,000 merits. So we just summoned a behemoth. Try and take down our enemy. Get all the good value. Collect all the merits. My legions are still alive. They are still above 50% HP. All of them are doing okay. This is why I like the long range warfare so far. It doesn't go after your base attack. That is some good stuff. Here comes Coca-Cola again with the infantry, the Goresh and the Skogul. He might be getting killed, but he is getting a lot of merits. Goresh and Skogul is something else. I try not to stay close to this march. I just back up a little bit and then come back in.
Not even worth my time.
Onward! Feel the power of ice.
Okay, now we have the advantage. We're gonna clear all the enemies off the flag. Once this is done, I'm gonna show you guys the merits for each legion. We're gonna see how much merits they brought. Well, you can see the spoiler alert at the bottom with the notification. You can also see the merits right there. But I'm gonna show you at the end when we finish the fighting.
Back to wherever you crawled out from.
Looks like the enemy has given up on this flag, so we're gonna push them a little bit and then I'm gonna go back to my city. Now this is why I like long range warfare, man. All my marches are still healthy. They have above 50% HP. I did not go back to refresh. Just keep on hiding among everybody else. That's the good thing about the long range warfare. If you don't have it, you are gonna be the tank. Your legions are gonna die fast and you're gonna get so much hospital bills. I don't think it's gonna be worth it. So if you have two archer marches, make sure you go with the long range warfare. It's gonna save you big time. I think that's it for me, guys. The enemy is backing up. Now our players can destroy the flag. I'm gonna go back to my city and I will show you guys the merits, who did well. So we have Kinara Hosk 34,000, we have Berlin Walter with 29, and we have Sindrion Frege with 43,000, Lilia Thea with 42,000. So this is what we have so far. These are the 5 best marches that I have right now for fighting in this type of situation, especially when I don't need my infantry. If I am using my infantry, I try to bench Tohar for the time being. He's gonna get a buff pretty soon, so he will become a regular on this roster. So this is it, guys. This is the long range warfare. I think it's one of the best things ever. It's going to change the meta from the mages to the archers. So it is something that you need to consider if you want to be very, very relevant on the open field against your enemies. You might suffer against Behemoth, but you know you're gonna do well in the open field. So that's it for the video, guys. Thank you guys for watching. If you're new, subscribe for more content, turn on that bell notification and never miss out. Share the video with anyone who might find it beneficial. Until then, talk to you guys in the next one. Bye bye for now.